Santo, I know nothing. So tell me this. What do you do for money?
I'm a firefighter.
Where do you work?
Brownsville,
So is
Brooklyn.
that NYFD?
FDNY.
Whatever.
You got it wrong with the other guy, too. Feldler?
I'm wearing my Brooklyn t-shirt.
Nice. Represent.
FDNY. I'm from Sheepshead Bay originally, X and Y.
Nice.
It's a different universe today, man. How long you been on the job?
7 years.
Okay. Next question. What's your history with me? You had a laundry, you got one for free, you did what? What's the story?
Yeah, I bought the DVD, and I got one for free. And it was in Jersey, and this is when I was living in Bay Ridge. So it was a little easier for me to make the commute back and forth. I moved to Queens, and I couldn't make the commute, so I sold it, took the money, and ran.
I like it. You're a straight shooter, right to the point. So you got the DVD, what, 2017?
Correct.
Okay. And it's five years. And tell me the highlights. The store was what? For sale? How'd you find it? What? You never even reached out. You never called. You didn't write. You didn't send me a YouTube.
I emailed you, and you said it might be too small.
Okay.
And I was a little hesitant, and then I'm like, you know what, I don't care, I'm going to do it. I found it on Craigslist. The owner was just looking to rent it out. The other owner was looking to get out. He was like, it wasn't really making money. It was barely breaking even. So I was like, all right, let me go in, try to fix some things. I tried to build up the wash and fold. I couldn't do it. And I was barely breaking even, making a couple $100 a month.
Okay. Like I said,
no one sells a profitable business.
Store's too small, though.
Yeah, I guess. The rent was right on point. It was about 2,200 square feet, and the rent was like 22 or 2,400.
2,200 square feet is good. That's a very good footprint. What I was probably complaining about was the equipment mix. How many washers?
Maybe. Let me try to remember. Maybe 6, 12, 18 maybe.
Yeah, see, they should have had more connections and more machines. A 2,000 square foot store, you can do really well. But you didn't retool. Yeah. You didn't spend the money on new equipment. You just did the fix-up thing.
Correct.
Okay, so what's the punchline? You got it for free. What'd you sell it for?
$69,000.
Damn.
Yeah.
Not a man. You owe me a bottle of scotch.
I walked away with a little bit less, but that's
sure.
What I sold it for. And then I was like, oh, maybe I could have got more. But.
Right. So $70,000, and you go back to the landlord, and you had signed a lease with. I mean, did you have me on your shoulder? How did the lease operation go?
The guy had a 2-year lease left, and then I'm like, oh, so I talked. I'm like, oh, let's finish off the 2-year, and then give me a 15 with like 5-year option. I think I got. So I think I had an extra. I got 22 years.
So the guy we need to get the vernacular straight. The operator was trying to sell it on Craigslist.
The operator, I guess, he was originally trying to sell it. Then he wanted to give it to his employees, but the landlord did not want him to give it to us.
No, it's a straw purchase. Basically, walk away. So, what was his sale price when you found it?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
I never talked to him. The landlord put a Craigslist ad out, and I dealt with him.
Good man. Well, what I hear, in order to put this in one sentence, breaking my arm, patting myself on the back, the DVD did it give you the confidence to get all this and make it happen?
Yes, it did. It definitely helped and pushed me.
Dude, yeah, I think people read books and they don't. I mean, it might be Shakespeare. The guy's been dead for a while. You know, you can't send him a text. But in my case, I'm telling you, I'm astounded over and over, again and again. I've been doing this for 16 years, and the preponderance of people I find out that got a store, I find out by accident or I dig into it myself. But I've always had that, hey, you get your store open, you get your tuition back. It's a couple $100 for the course.
Yeah.
Now, of course, it's an online course, but I've always done that. And you know why? People say, well, why would you want to give the money back? Because I want to hear the stories. And people kind of feel weird. And it actually backfired on me because they're like, oh, if I send this guy an email about my new free laundromat, he's going to get all upset thinking I just want the money back. But that's it. So, dude, $70,000 gimme, pretty good. So where are we at now? Why are we on the phone? What do you want from me?
Okay, so I've been doing, now I'm a little bit more aggressive. I've been going to the stores, scouting them, and getting numbers of landlords, this, that, and the third. And I've been making phone calls myself, and I've had I had a couple good ones. I've watched your videos, I'm using all your terms, and I got to a point where with this one guy, he's like, all right, put it in writing and send me what you want to do. So we were talking, and it was 5,000 square foot store. He said 10,000. He's like, I think I want 10,000 rent. I go, no. And I should have said, I want to give you 5,000 or something like that, but I didn't.
Right.
And then we didn't really talk the details with the LOI like you usually do with the 12 months rent abatement and the TI and this stuff. But he's like, all right, put it in an email and send it to me. And then that's where I was at. I'm like, I really don't want to drop the ball right now and, miss a step and miss the store. And I would, if you would help me get, talk to them and stuff or whatever, you do.
Of course. Well, you saw our email. You know what I charge. You understand that with me, I can't say it's a different methodology because there's really nobody else that does this. And I don't know the number. I'm not going to throw out numbers, but let's say the preponderance, most small business operators know nothing about leases. And they know this thing. They understand how to sell this widget, or their mother gave them an empanada recipe that's phenomenal. And so they've got to be a chef or sell the thing. And then they get to the point where they're ready to lease some space and they don't know anything. So again, and then you have a landlord, let's say it's a real estate investment trust and there's millions of square feet under their umbrella. You're probably going to deal with some smarmy college kid that knows his stuff. Or it's a mom and pop landlord that owns one strip mall. Well, maybe he's got 7 suites. How many leases has he negotiated in his life? A lot. And did you know about rent abatement before you knew about me?
No.
See, I'm not going out on a limb asking that because no one does. Free rent, impossible. But free rent, landlords are like insurance companies. When you buy a brand new car, they won't let you leave the lot until you show them what?
Money?
Proof of insurance.
Okay.
You leave the car lot, you've got Allstate, bam, you get hit by a crosstown bus. Luckily, you're okay, all the airbags deploy, and you step out of the vehicle, it's totaled. You can walk back onto the dealership. Allstate will get you a new car. How do they do that?
Yeah.
Your check didn't even clear. How are they going to buy you a new vehicle? Because all of the thousands of little old ladies that make their insurance premiums and never get a scratch. That's how they do it. Landlords are the same way, Santo. They can do the same thing because they've got all these tenants who pay them on the regular. And what I do that's different to bring your story into it, when I call, I never ask questions. When I call, I hit them hard with, I'm really instilling confidence. Hey, I'm Danny. My partner Santo and I are looking to build on our empire of laundromats. It's a 5-minute conversation, but in that 5 minutes, I say my piece, and I'm really instilling that confidence in that landlord. And he's saying, okay, I want these guys as my tenant. Ergo you. Then the LOI goes out only after a good conversation. And you know what's funny? You're right. It takes a big man to admit you're not wrong. You just got a little ahead of yourself. When he said, I need 10 grand, I would go into what? Our specific use. It's not about that his building isn't worth it. It's not that that rate of rent isn't appropriate for that area of New York. None of it. It's the fact that this dude knows nothing about coin laundries. Many times I talk them out of leasing to a coin laundromat, at least for the time being. But it's the discussion where it's not magic. I don't have sleeves. It's not that. It's the fact that I say, okay, you want 10 grand? God bless you. That's probably appropriate for a restaurant or a national chain or an AT&T wireless store. But here's why we are different. And it's not only that we make our money on Sunday, play catch up the rest of the week. It's not only that, it's the fact that we've got massive debt service. And that's all. No big deal.
Yeah.
Let's dig into it. Let's get to work. I would love to tell your story on the YouTube machine if you don't mind.
Sure.
This is the beginning of that story. And you're 70 grand ahead. Where's the money? Did you spend it all? Did you save any for me?
Yeah. No, I spent everything. I bought a house.
God bless you.
Yeah.
This is really exciting for me because now you and I are going to get into this, and this is not a sales call. My phone consultations are not that. I think you know that. I think the fear is when you sign up for my newsletter, you're fearful that I'm going to do what? Send you a million emails selling you stuff and things. I don't. You know that now.
Yeah.
Then you're about to pull the trigger on what is formerly the DVD and what is now a course. And you think, man, if I buy this, it's going to go from one sale to the next. Once you get the DVD, you need a book, and then you need the... I don't do that.
Upsell.
You know that. There's no upsell.
Yeah.
Then the fear is if I get on the phone with this cat, he's going to do nothing but talk to me about selling me some service. No, this stuff sells itself. So I appreciate you. We're going to dig in a little deeper on the everything of this. And you're an OG, man. You kind of get it. You understand it. And I want to say this. Another big difference is we're not throwing all our eggs in that basket for that store that you've already talked with the landlord. We're really, in me, you're paying me a deposit, if you will. I'm not an attorney, so obviously it's not a retainer, but that's what it is. You're paying to retain me. And once you do that, I don't charge enough. You know that. No, you don't. You don't know that now, but you will. Because when we're on the phone on Christmas Day, 2 or 3 years from now, I'm happy to answer the phone. Walk away from the family, grab a glass of wine. Santo's important. What's up, man? Hey, my ATM got broken into, whatever. Okay, how does that make you feel? Now I'm a counselor, and I don't mind it. I've been on the phone Christmas and Thanksgiving Day with a client every year for 10, 12 years, and I don't mind it.
Wow.
I love it. You'll text me, you'll call me. Dude, I don't have a secret bat phone. It's my cell. It's what I use for business, family, pleasure, and otherwise. So you and I really feel a kindred spirit with you because I know what it sounds like when a bearing job is needed on a front loader, and so do you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So let's talk about the rest of it, the nitty gritty of it, and we'll get you some stores. Are you looking to retire? Are you looking to walk away from the department, or what's the story with that?
No, I'm not planning on retiring anytime soon.
Good.
Love my job, plan on working there, just looking for a little bit of supplement income.
What I've found in what I've found in my history is that the folks that don't like the job, whether it's a cubicle filling out TPS reports, or in your case, where it's days of boredom and then weeks of exhaustion, and then anyone in between, they normally will say, you know what, I'm sick and tired of it. I don't want to do it anymore. I want to get away from it. But then as soon as they get a couple laundromats under their belt, they realize, you know what, I like the bennies. I like the benefits of the job. And I go in there with this big, stupid smile on my face, and all my superiors and all my coworkers are like, what the hell's wrong with Santo? What's wrong with him? You're kind of like, it's all right. You know, you show up like the movie Office Space with a big old smile on your face. You'll see.
Yeah.
You'll get there. All right, let's dig into a little bit more